Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Radio Canada International reports that Canada's recently adopted asylum law, Bill C-12, has raised significant fears among thousands of refugee claimants, particularly those identifying as 2SLGBTQ+. The reform, which became law in March, renders claims ineligible if filed more than a year after a person's initial entry into Canada, with retroactive effect to June 24, 2020. Lawyers and advocates argue this new legislation disproportionately affects vulnerable individuals, including 2SLGBTQ+ people and victims of domestic violence, who often require more time to process trauma, overcome fear, or acknowledge their sexual orientation or gender identity after arriving in a safer country. The article highlights the case of Ahmed, a former international student from Pakistan, who now faces potential deportation after realizing he couldn't return to his home country due to the criminalization of same-sex relations and past violence. He made his claim in December 2025 after arriving in 2021, falling outside the new one-year window. Critics suggest the law offers technocratic solutions that undermine human rights by replacing in-person hearings with a paper-based pre-removal risk assessment that lacks an official appeal. While the government has committed to an exemption for unaccompanied minors, advocates are pushing for broader exceptions for other vulnerable claimants. A child was transported to the hospital, where they remain, and a woman has been arrested after Toronto police descended on a home in Scarborough. According to Global News, officers were called to a residence near Midland and Steeles Avenues on Tuesday morning at approximately 9:36 a.m. Following reports of a child being hurt, police confirmed the child's hospitalization and the woman's arrest. The details surrounding the incident are still under investigation, and authorities are asking anyone with information to come forward. Police presence was still noted at the scene on Wednesday, indicating the ongoing nature of the inquiry. Global News reports that Craig Berube, a Stanley Cup-winning head coach, has been fired by the Toronto Maple Leafs after just 2 seasons. Berube, who led the St. Louis Blues to a championship in 2019, was dismissed on Wednesday after the Leafs missed the playoffs for the first time in a decade. General Manager John Chayka stated that the decision was more reflective of an organizational shift and an opportunity for a fresh start than it is an evaluation of Craig. During his first season, Berube guided the Leafs to a 52-26 win-loss record and a second-round playoff appearance. However, his final season concluded with a 32-36 record, failing to reach the postseason. Chayka, along with club legend Mats Sundin, recently assumed new executive roles with the team, which also secured the #1 pick in the upcoming NHL draft. The Professional Women's Hockey League, PWHL, announced a significant expansion this Wednesday, adding teams in Las Vegas and Hamilton, Ontario. This brings the league's total to 11 franchises, with plans to add one more team to reach a dozen, as reported by CTV News. This expansion follows the recent addition of Detroit last week and Seattle and Vancouver a year prior. Building on the original 6 franchises established in 2024, New York, Boston, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and Minnesota. According to Amy Shear, PWHL Executive Vice President of Business Operations, Las Vegas represents a new geographical frontier in America's Southwest, chosen for its burgeoning girls' and women's hockey participation, which has grown 600% since the NHL Golden Knights began play in 2017. The new Las Vegas team, yet to be named, will play at T-Mobile Arena with green and gold colors. Hamilton becomes Ontario's 3rd franchise, strategically located in the densely populated Golden Horseshoe region, 42 miles, 68 kilometers east of Toronto. a neutral site game in Hamilton last January, attracted over 16,000 fans, with 70% being new attendees. The Hamilton-Burlington area is a significant source of PWHL talent, including players like Sarah Nurse, Renata Fast, and Emma Malte. Its team will feature gold, maroon, and cream colors in play in the newly renovated TD Coliseum, a 16,400 capacity arena. Both markets were selected based on criteria including strong hockey development and eager arena partners, with arena availability being a key factor in the decision-making process. Toronto police are actively searching for 4 suspects in connection with an alleged armed robbery where over $500,000 worth of jewelry was stolen. The incident occurred in the CityPlace area, specifically near Spadina Avenue and Bremner Boulevard, early Sunday morning on May 10th. According to authorities, 4 masked individuals approached victims who were parked in a vehicle, held them at gunpoint, and then made off with the valuable jewelry. The suspects subsequently fled the scene in another vehicle. One victim suffered minor injuries during the incident. City News Everywhere reports that police have released video and images of the suspects and their vehicle, urging anyone with information to contact them immediately. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.